Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be playing the best Electro Giant deck in Clash Royale. Wow, this guy is Electro Giant as well. Didn't expect that. But surprisingly, E-Giant is actually pretty good right now. It just has so many hard counters to the Evolved Witch, and that card is something that it seems like everyone's trying to get rid of right now with their decks. They're just trying to have good cards against that. So we have a lot of good options, you know, in the Bowler, in the Lightning, in the E-Giant itself doing a pretty good job. Okay, this guy's just copying my plays. What a copycat. Wait, how did his E-Giant survive with like 10 times more HP than mine did? Kind of an interesting tornado right there by him. Wait, okay, actually I think we're fine, guys. I thought I just lost right there because his E-Giant was a lot more healthy than mine, but no, we actually stopped that pretty nicely. Not a bad start at all. This guy's saying wow. But yeah, we have a lot of good options, guys. We have Bowler to counter the Witches, E-Giant itself, everything else, you know, Lightning, everything like that. Also, the Goblin Hut is actually really nice in this deck. It gives you a much better matchup against Balloon Cycle decks and Lava Hound decks. I feel like people always tend to think that Electro Giant counters Lava Hound, but it really doesn't. Like, if I had Goblin Cage in place of Hut and we faced like a Lava Hound Barbarians deck, I'd probably have a bit of trouble. Oh, this guy's Executioner, surprisingly. But yeah, guys, you know, a Baby Dragon really just isn't enough to defend a full-blown Lava Hound push, and if they have, like, you know, Tombstone or any kind of defense to your E-Giant, usually you're going to find yourself to be in a bit of trouble. They also try to always go for, like, Inferno Dragons off to the side, so usually you have to Tornado them, and then if you NATO them, you can't really defend the balloons sometimes, so yeah, having the Goblin Hut in here is just so nice in this deck. The Goblin Hut is going to do its thing here. There's not really much we can do about it except to let it take its course, I guess. Dude, my Baby Dragon is not knowing what it's doing right now. It literally just caused a war. That Baby Dragon literally just caused World War II. Or 3, I guess. But yeah. He does go for an E-Giant in the back. Okay, so I think we could just go for our own E-Giant here. Our main goal is going to be to see if we can actually defend his E-Giant right now, because I know that I can maybe have a chance to break through, but I don't know if I can defend, though. That's the issue right now. We do pull his Evo Executioner in, but it's not going to do a whole lot for us. I could Lightning here, but then I can't defend, so I just have to defend. Because if I went for my Lightning on offense, I would not be able to defend at all. Anyways, that was actually kind of a bad Lightning by this guy, I feel like. He probably thought he could break through, but he only gets 1 zap in total, so that's not really too much to worry about. Baby Dragon is going to go ahead and kill this Goblin Hut, as well as the remaining Spear Goblins. We can just Tornado this, maybe even align it on the tower and get some tower damage. No way Bowler's hitting from that far. That is crazy. See, this is why Bowler is a dumb card and needs to be vaulted. Bowler needs to be vaulted, guys. There's no way that should have reached from that far. Like, there's just no reason for that. Nice, we take the win here. We're in the next matchup against Shobe. I'm just going to go for my Split Skeletons here first play. We could go for our Knight as well. Oh, you know what, guys? I forgot to evolve my Knight. Oh, no way. Okay. That's kind of bad. I'm pretty sure this guy's a Sparky player. This guy has been playing Sparky for a very long time. It's going to be a little bit difficult with the pump in his deck. It's going to be hard to stay up an Elixir, because we always get a -1 whenever we Lightning onto him. Onto his pump, that is. I'll go for the Goblin Hut right here on defense. May have to go for like a NATO or something else as well, but we'll see, I guess. He does go for the Zap, but I think Hut will still deal with most of this. I think I'll go for a Knight. I don't want to take all that damage from the minions. Alright, good defense overall, guys, but we're definitely down a few Elixir, so not the best spot ever to be in. Now, I could play the Baby Dragon here for the gang, but I think I will just Tornado instead, because the Baby Dragon is our 1 flying card that can really help us take out the Sparkies nicely. We take a bit of damage, not too bad, though. Just going to go in for a Lightning here on the pump, and we're off to a pretty even start. Yeah, against Sparky, guys, you oftentimes barely even play your Electro Giant at all. You pretty much just want to full-on defend, and you basically Lightning cycle. Yeah, so he does go for the Sparky now. We're going to have to be very careful to go for our Baby Dragon kind of low, so it's hard for him to kill it with the minions, and so that way we can just use that to take out the whole push here. Because I think his only way to take it out is the minions. He might actually have like a Wizard or something too. I feel like I saw him playing Wizard in this deck a while ago. I don't know if he still does. Oh, he still does play Wizard. This is bad. This is very bad. Knight is taking out most of the Sparky, though. Okay, we defended that pretty well. I think I just have to go for a NATO. I could have played the Bowler, but I feel like it wouldn't really get me much value. Just gonna Baby Dragon on that. We didn't take too much damage, so not the worst start. If he goes for a pump up, it's going to lightning it right away. Yeah, I'll just go for the lightning right here. If he goes for a Sparky in the back, guys, I could go for an E-Giant other lane, but I'm pretty sure he does have Barbarians. That's the only issue. I'm still going to do it, though, just to see how it goes. Gonna get my bowler as well for some barbs, hopefully. No, he doesn't play them. Nice, we do get the barbs. Nice, nice, nice. He does play them. Nice, beautiful bowler prediction there, guys. Amazing. We might take his tower. Alright, we do distract the Sparky right there. We could get this off here. Oh gosh, this is bad. No, please, guys, please. Wait, I think we steal it. No way. Nice, I think we steal it, guys. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was so close right there. Oh man, guys, we're facing someone on a sugar frenzy right now. Pretty sure this guy is a recruits player. He's a pretty wild one at that, I think. I'm going to set up with the bowler in the back. Some people might go for like an E-Giant if they saw a cage out of cycle, but I'm pretty sure he's probably going to have zappies and stuff too, so our E-Giant is going to just need like the perfect push to actually be able to break through. I will set up with the hot right here just because it's going to help us stop this Golden Knight. And maybe I could sneak an E-Giant down in front of this bowler here. We'll see though. Okay, yeah, I think it's worth it. Nice, yeah. And this bowler's going to help out a lot, so if he wants to go for like zappies or something, I think our bowler will kind of wreck it. Alright, we could try to get a nice bowler right here. I don't know if that's really going to work or not. Nice, that bowler's getting good value, guys. Look at that. We get on the tower, we take out some of the zappies. Cage got really good value for him too, though. Man, that was actually a really good cage for him. If he goes in for piggies, though, we do have our bowler ready, so I'll be waiting for that. I think I might just go for a knight here for this Goblin Brawler. Most passive and calm recruits player right here. Bowler is missing everything. No way. Bowler, oh my gosh, you're really only hitting that. There's like a billion. Bro, how's the bowler hitting nothing? There's like straight up 1,000 troops here and you're hitting like one singular thing. Those were some bad piggies. Those were some really bad piggies. Basically just gives us a free Spear Goblin counter push, forcing out his arrows. That's not bad. Baby Dragon might also get some good damage if he doesn't respond to it. Okay, he goes in for a Bar Barrel. I think this matchup will definitely be better for us in Double Elixir. It's not super hard to defend here, but it's just hard to get much damage through the Goblin Cage and like the Zappies, everything like that. I'll set up with the E-Giant in the back now. We could probably sneak our bowler behind this, get a Baby Dragon and stuff, and I think that'll be pretty difficult for this guy to stop. He probably has, yeah, he has no big spell, I believe. He has arrows and the bar barrels, so he should have no big spell. So we can kind of stack up our units here, and should work out pretty nicely for us. I will take that tornado value. Beautiful tornado. Nice, good stuff here. And we do get our cage down. I might have to go for another E-Giant here just on defense. Yeah, I'll go for the E-Giant just on defense. We can actually get this Evo Skeletons on the Zap. And then just get like a bowler down for all of this. He might try to go in for piggies, but actually our Evo Skeletons are kind of blocking up the lane here. Alright. But just go in for this NATO here. We're going to pull the Flying Machine kind of into our tower. I mean, our tower doesn't quite reach on it, but still not bad. Bowler actually got a shot there on the Zappies, and Knight is tanking for the Zappies as well, so our Baby Dragon might have enough time to kill them. Come on, kill them, kill them! Okay, we killed at least a couple of them. Just gonna go in for that bowler right here. You know, we could have actually got our king up there with the skeletons if I played them like a second quicker. I don't even know if the NATO was necessary, if I'm being honest, but hey, we defended everything pretty nicely. I will set up with the E-Giant in the back right now. He could recruits the bridge potentially. We'll see if he tries to do that. The bowler is just so darn broken in this matchup though, so we're looking really good right now. Yeah, so we get our knight down here. We could just get a bowler going, get this down. And we should get a pretty fat counter push here. He does go in for the Zappies, though. I guess I'll try to NATO them in here. Not really sure if the E-Giant's going to be able to kill them, though. Looks like it's not really going to do much. I mean, I'm honestly fine with just defending. No! Bro, that really went on my tower. Wait, guys, we're actually losing right now. Hold up. Okay, that's a free lightning. I don't know why he would go for that in the range of the tower. Okay. We could just set up with a bowler in the back, guys. He could go for recruits the bridge or something, but that would just be bad for him. Alright, he does do it. Just gonna get this down, get a hut up high. Maybe Evo Skellies can chain if we're lucky. Nice, Evo Skellies are going crazy right now. Nice, he wasted a Golden Knight ability on nothing. Yeah, you could see like our baby dragon, our bowler, everything like that is just so hard for him to ever take out, so stuff is going really well right now. Gonna pull in these zappies here. Baby dragon actually does do quite a good job at taking them out. Just burped on this guy right now. Let's just give him a crying emote. Oh man, this guy's not too happy. Okay, I don't want to BM this guy too much because he might BM me next time I face him. I'm just gonna say good game, and bowler is going to take out his tower. We got a match, guys. I'm just gonna go for my knight in the back. I always like to go for knight first play or something like skeletons. Besides that, it's usually better just to kind of wait and see what your opponent does with this deck. Because E-Giant is pretty good in double elixir, but you can also play it in single elixir. Doesn't really matter too much. Looks like this might be an Expo player right here. Expo is normally a little bit of a difficult matchup, but if we're gonna have any chance of winning, it's probably gonna be just by lightning cycling. It's pretty much fireball cycle versus lightning cycle, but it's a lot more risky to cycle a lightning since it costs so much more elixir. You have a much higher chance of being punished. Quite an aggressive E-Giant here, but our bowler is gonna kind of push it, so I feel like this might actually work. Yeah, E-Giant's going for the tower. No way, let's go. We're gonna pull the archers into that tornado and lining it up with the tower as well. Beautiful interactions right there. E-Giant is still gonna force out that knight as well, which is really good. Yeah, that was a really good E-Giant right there, guys. You could be pretty aggressive with your E-Giants sometimes if you have the bowler helping out, because it can just help it bypass buildings sometimes just by the sheer mass of the bowler. And if he tries to go in for an Expo, we have our knight, you know, we have our bowler, everything else, so I think we're chilling for right now. Nice, beautiful start. This guy does have the Evo Archers in cycle, though, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful about that. That could potentially mess us up a little bit. I do have my E-Giant if he tries to go in for an Expo. I feel like this guy's probably going to Evo Archers. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. I almost want to Lightning them, but then he could just Expo and I would be kind of dead. Baby Dragon does not quite take out the Evo Archers, but it does do quite a good amount to them. He does go in for this here on that side. Not looking too good. Wait, guys, what is he doing? Bro, what are you doing? Hello? Why? Why did you go for that whole corny Evo Archers push thinking you were so good? Just to let that E-Giant get on your tower, buddy. Bro, he must have thought he was so good too, guys. He must have thought he was some sort of pro by doing that Evo Archers knight play. But nah, that just gave us a free damage lead right there. Perfect. High Tesla here. Don't really have much for it. I'm just going to go for that Goblin Head, I guess, and then get my Evo Skellies for these Archers. You know what? That's not too bad. I'm actually just going to E-Giant the back, guys, because our Goblin Head is going to stay on the map if he tries to Expo or something. Yeah, so he does try to go for the Expo. We could just get our Knight down right here. He does go for the Knight of his own, but our Bowler's just going to line up on the Expo and the Knight. And then he has no other way to kill our Bowler right now, so that's actually pretty good for us. He can't really afford to go for a high Tesla either, I feel like, because if he does, the Bowler's just going to kill it. Yeah, this is really good. He just goes for that. I'm just going to Lightning. I know I didn't hit the tower, but we hit the Knight there, actually. We're going to activate his King Tower here, but hopefully it's enough to pull his Archers in. No, it's not quite enough, but honestly, yeah, it doesn't even matter that he has his King up now, because look at all that damage. Just need like 2 Lightnings, maybe a couple Tornadoes, and I think we're probably going to take it here. Oh yeah, this guy's giving up already. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next match then. That was actually a very dominant win against Expo. We are currently up against a Dinosaur. I thought they went extinct a long time ago, but we're facing one here again today. This guy does hit us with the Sparky first play, man. No way. Not a Sparky player. Alright, we do have our Lightning right here. Might go for this at the last second. Hopefully he plays like I don't know, a Goblin Giant or a Giant into it. Unfortunately he doesn't, but look at that though. Pretty good interactions. We're going to pull this Witch in and take that out pretty nicely. Really good start, actually. Baby Dragon is on the tower. Oh, he's going to get his King up right here. Luckily for us, though, it doesn't really matter too much in this matchup, I think, because if the E-Giant gets on the tower, it's going to do a lot of damage regardless. Now, he is 2 cards away from the Sparky, so I could actually try to be aggressive. Yeah, I'm going to go for an E-Giant way up high here and just be a little bit aggressive, because he is still 1 card from the Sparky. He does go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A, though. Okay. Unfortunately, I think our E-Giant is just dead right here, but at least we know what deck he's running now on the bright side. I guess I kind of have to go for a Knight here. He's probably going to go for his Sparky into it, and We might be in a little bit of a weird spot. The nice thing, though, is that Witch is always going to get kind of wrecked by our lightning, so I think we're going to deal with stuff pretty well. Now, I could lightning on the Witch here, but I feel like I might as well just Bowler instead, because it should counter the Witch, but then also offer us some free counter push, and it is also 5 elixir instead of 6 elixir. He does go for the Sparky in the back. The nice thing for us, though, guys, is that I think he has no way to take out a baby dragon aside from the Witch, so I don't know if he has any way to kill this right now. Pretty sure he has Giant and not a Goblin Giant. Yeah, so he does go in for the Giant, but this baby dragon is just going to kind of tickle away at his push this entire time, so I think we're in a pretty decent spot right now. Sparky probably is going to wreck everything here, but we're not looking too bad. Bowler does force out his Knight as well, which is pretty nice. I'll just go for a Bowler. Aw, the Evo Knight does unfortunately die right there. Was hoping it wouldn't. Now, I could try to go in for an E-Giant. I will. He's probably going to Sparky into it, but we could probably get a, pretty nice lightning right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ooh, I could have gone for my NATO. Maybe I should have. Wait, I have to NATO this. Kind of wasted my Evo skillies on nothing, not gonna lie. I'll just go for the baby dragon right here, kind of low. Just get our Knight down right here for this. Get our hut down. Need to get some skellies going as well for this Sparky. Oh my goodness. Come on, push that all back. Alright guys, we're just barely surviving right now. Just barely surviving. By the hair of our chinny chin chin. Okay, hopefully this Evo Witch dies here to our Knight. I think we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. Okay. Man, this is close. But yeah, you guys can see I'm really just abusing the baby dragon on defense, and I'm sometimes going a bit aggressive with my E-Giants, but very rarely though. Only when I see a good opportunity and I know I can get away with it. We're going to get a very nice Bowler right here. Should counter this Witch pretty easily. Goblin Hut is going to pull in the mini P.E.K.K.A. a little bit. We could just go for the Knight up high. And Goblin Hut is still spawning a lot of goblins. Might be able to sneak in an E-Giant down here. Yeah, I'm going to. If he gets a Sparky off, obviously we have our lightning, so I think we're going to be chilling. Sparky is going to get a shot off, I guess, but it's okay. Doesn't matter too much. Baby Dragon might even be able to kill this Sparky, or at least get a little bit of chip onto it, unless he decides to block it with something. He does go for the Evo Witch, but we just can go for this here. Yeah, the Bowler's actually so good against Evo Witch. Alright, I'm going to go for the Baby Dragon. That should splash down the Sparky and fully kill it. We do have our Evo Skellies as well, which I could try to go for. Yeah, I'm going to go for them up high just to make sure the Sparky doesn't do anything too crazy. Now, the Sparky here should just die. Then we go for the E-Giant. He does go for an interesting Tornado. And Sparky does splash my E-Giant, but it's okay. Look at these baby dragons going ham. Bowler does get some nice damage on the other side. Really good damage there. Alright, we can just go for a NATO here to line up this Knight and the tower, hopefully. I'm not sure if I really lined it up right. No, I didn't quite line it up. Doesn't really matter anyways, though. I think if we get a lightning and a tornado here, that should be just enough damage, I believe. Yeah, just enough damage. Really good win. Good game.